biome. I haven't done alignment video for a while, maybe a week and a half. We're doing one today. Maybe not as long as the other ones, maybe as long. Depends how it goes. I have a lot of sponsors that want to make sure that we mention them, and we're not going to mention everyone because the amount of sponsors we have is immense. We have support, a lot of support in companies in the US that are supporting us, and yet I guess gelled from supporting us in a different way, but supporting us on our videos. But the Trump, the stupid, the slut, the whore, the prostitute, all the crimes you want to put on that trash. Is issued in order to even block more of our videos and our enlightenment and our releases in every way, in writing, in videos, in illegal, very, very illegal, and yet it's considered as they serve illegal papers to the companies, it's seen as legal, and they follow illegal with a stamp on it that makes it legal, which doesn't make sense in the USA, but yet they are doing the illegal that has a label of legal in it. It is a shock to us on how the USA is really not what it has pretended to be before we even awakened to ourselves, to the Goddess Supreme, to the One, to the angels, to the gods, to the goddesses, and then as they blocked us with lasers, hearing a lot of people in the circle, the hateful and the love. But the USA is a very, very criminal and very mafia government in operation. And they have some that we have talked to that are immense love in there, but they're buried under so much of the greed and the hate, and that is hiding us and hiding our videos and our writing that are of bigger impact, that are of biome, that are of the religion, that are of our miracles, our big miracles, and that of the truth on the US and the lasers and the harm that the USA mafia government is doing on American citizens and on the world citizens. And that's a bigger issue even, because it's not just on the Americans, it is a harm on the world all overall. It has been for 3 generations plus, so it's you start to believe that that's the reality, but a lot of the diseases on you are not natural diseases. It's including cancers, thyroid cancers, hypothyroid, a lot of diabetes, cholesterol. A lot of these things are by lasers, are not natural. Alzheimer's, Alzheimer's is like it's so much of that being, and it's so much just clouding the brain with lasers, and they do that on us, cloud it, or you can't remember the thing, and it really to the point of we are the smartest being, we are the highest being in this body, but still in this body as being the smartest and the highest being, and we have earned higher in this life with the sufferings we had. With more sufferings and love, we go higher, in the being and in the power that we have. But even with that in this body, they at the time when they cloud, everything is gone. And so all this people that suffer, like Alzheimer's, and people around them suffer. Then even them not knowing, all of that is laser, all of that is huge crimes on humanity. And the US blocked us in every way. They took all income from us. They blocked our company in a complete way, and they're using things that don't apply to us. If they're using the things that we're supposed to protect the American citizen or the world citizens to harm the citizens of the world, because they're blocking our news from being out. We are love, we are biome. Biome is love, and universe love. Universe is not about people, it's the universe, space universe, how we set the universe up. So we should not be stopped. We should not be blocked by the mafia, by the stupids, by the sluts of the USA. And they deserve more than that name, but the sluts at least feels like a little release for us, because they are so much greed for power, greed for money, greed for so much, that they block us, block everything, hate on the mothers, hate on women, hate on hard work, hate on jobs, hate on benefit, everything, just so that they can have more power, more money. It's all about more. And the hate that we felt for this last almost 6 years when we awakened is beyond what we thought was possible for humans. It's hate that is beyond what we ever knew in our life. It's just too immense. It's below animal feel. Because even the animals that you think are not as loving, are more than the people, are more loving than the people we heard and we felt and we suffered. And so that tells you what kind of beings you are dealing with here, that are doing the block on us, are bribing their way through in the government, in the companies, and thinking made sure that we can't get out from their jail of us in laser, in circling, in a lot. But we are not gonna. We know, we know the future in the beginning, before they blocked us more from us, and we do win over you. We don't waste our time. Come over here and wake up, and we're just gonna die out on you. You're very stupid to think that. We invest, we're gonna get our investments worth. So you are gonna suffer us for what you have done, and in a goddess way, you're gonna suffer us. We're gonna show some of the people here, that the companies and countries that are supporting us. We're gonna start with the one closest to us. Johnny Was is one of the companies that we wear a lot for many years. We love their styles. We love the colors. We love the free of Johnny Was, and so it's one of the companies that. And with it comes a lot of companies. 7 for All Mankind, and Title 9 is one of our favorites. Atleta, Gap. So a lot of companies that we got a lot of support from them, etc. So, because always after the video, some remind us of them, and we feel bad that we didn't say them, because they are a lot of them have been a big support for us, and and when we say support, they're supporting us in our videos, even though our videos get blocked many times, but they are also supporting us in the circle on us as we get attacked with laser, with pain, with the handicap, and some they couldn't help us here lately with the handicap on our knee and our legs that blocked us from doing our biome fits and meditations and all of that. To putting it out, they blocked us from that, so it never shows, as they are stealing our stuff and putting it, different people come out like it's theirs. That's gonna be punished very harsh from us. Any stealing from us of biome, of our suffering, of the Goddess Supreme creation, we will punish harshly. Our wipe clear that we get from Costco all the time, and Costco, definitely Costco, is one of our big supporters, and it's one that we have started being a member in Costco, and when we suffered our layoff as a pregnant architect, 7 months pregnant. An illegal that should never have happened, that took us out of architecture at the time, and yeah, it happens. But one of the things we did then was join Costco to save on the diapers. Because we had 2 salaries and all of a sudden we had 1, as we had more expenses came. We did architecture because we loved architecture, and we never thought that a woman would not be treated fairly in that major. We felt ourselves as a team in our studios. We always loved architecture, and we still love it. But that is those are one of the things that happen that are illegal again, and they get covered under different covers. They used on us at the time that they were taking 10% off the company, 10% or 20%, don't remember the percentage, and did that, and we were too depressed and felt too depressed to do legal there at that time. Enough affected us enough where it affected our labor and affects our recovery. It's a very, very, very wrong of the U.S. When we thought of the U.S. as an equal, man and women, that's just a joke now. Men and women and people are equal in the U.S. That's not true. The U.S. is one of the least equal countries in the world, and one of the least advanced in evolution of countries in the world. We have people that are, but there is so many that are on you, limiting your capabilities and your brains and your actions and your possibilities, what to do. Deciding on you when you're gonna be practicing your job, architect or whatever it is, when they're gonna retire you by force, where you get laid off, when you're gonna deciding that for you. You don't get to decide. You're not natural in what is happening to you and what you think you're deciding, even when you think you have made the decisions. Because you're handicapped by lasers on your brains and by the tag on you, which the tag means whole mapping of your brain, and they go and put the lasers exactly in certain, as you're doing actions, or clog one areas of your brains for your action to be different. I guess since we need Kleenex, we'll go ahead and advertise. Kleenex is one of our big supporters. We shouldn't have Trump making any decisions on us, as we are running for Queen of the USA, because they have been so illegal on us and they wouldn't do the right thing. So we're running against him, and he should not have a call on us. When we're running against him, he should not be able to make the decision, and neither should anybody in the Mafia. Anybody that is blocking us is in the opposite of our campaign. So anyone that is in the opposite of us should not have that decision. And that goes for the companies that are getting all these papers and listening to them and doing the wrong things for them, for themselves, for the companies, for us, and for the American citizen, and for the world citizens. It is not legal to do to what they are getting and they are following. Not legal. It is very criminal. Advertise our teeth care, our Reach, our gum, our Colgate. I've done a lot of commercials here with our Colgate and our teeth care. We have like a wee Miffy. If you, hopefully you, at least you're seeing some of those. You know, we may be hiking in the mountains here in Seattle, you know, taking that feel of how hiking in the mountains in Seattle. As we're talking, we have they're moving our eyes continuously, our eyeballs continuously, and then they added more and more as time went by. They add more things to make us, to push us to suicide, to make us not be able to stand life. And one of the things that they added was like a scooping at the edge of our eyes, and so that's always, you know, a suffering and a discomfort. We have this here that we got from Morocco, and so we're using it for the support of the country of Morocco and of the King of Morocco. You know that something is wrong when you have even kings and leaders of countries, you know, the King of Morocco, the ex-chancellor, which is the CIA of Germany, Angela Merkel. You have so many, the France government and president of France. You have so many that are supporting us, and you still have the US blocking them. Canada, many in Canada. And there are some in the circles, but there are some that have read at least some of our stuff, or seen some, not everything, as the most impact has been blocked from many. But if the US is doing the right thing, that they shouldn't have to block anything from other governments. When you're blocking from other governments, not just people, that says that you are criminal already. You shouldn't have to block from the leaders of countries and the CIAs, their CIAs and their government. You shouldn't have to block from that. Blocking because you know you don't want to be known as the criminal over humanity, over the whole world, with your lasers, with your satellite locating, with the hidden technology that is more advanced than what people see and what people know, and you're using that to harm, to make everybody suffer, to make humans not just not be natural, but you are holding them from growing love. You're making them more doing hate actions. You're hindering their heaven qualifying, and that is why we're here at this time, because you are in a takeover where it got pretty bad for people. People started losing their heaven qualifying, and we're talking now about heaven forever. You serve. We know that first of all, the religions, all of them have been changed. That includes the Muslim religions. They stuff that was written got changed for the benefits of the ones that changed it. We lost our top there, so put laser on on us, so we'll take it. Well, and I guess we're talking here about the Muslim religion. We grew up in it, and we never believed what they said, that it wasn't changed. Never believed that. It didn't feel right to believe it. There is no way. We didn't feel that it was possible for us at that time. Now we're not a woman or a man. We have the God Supreme and the Goddess Supreme both as leading. So we are not a female or a male. We're both when we're many. But we, as we were growing up, we couldn't accept that. And because we know, we are cord, we know that that wasn't right. What they were telling us to accept wasn't right. That it wasn't changed. That this is the one not changed. Well, no. Just because you're telling me this is the one not changed doesn't mean it's not changed, because it feels changed. Because as a female at that time in there, it felt wrong. It didn't feel right for the female to be less in anything than the male. It just doesn't feel right. Feel equal to the other person. Why would that person deserve more? So we never really believed that. We had issues with a lot of the things that they told us, and yet we believed in the God. At that time, we didn't know, but we believed in the Creator. We believed in the Creator. We believed we believed in the main thing, but not in specific things that they were telling us that we thought that felt wrong. And that's because they changed them, as many things are changed in the other religions as well. And we are here at this time, and it's not going to be like before, where we live and we die and you go and change ours. We are here, and you go with us, or you go to heaven with us, you go up to heaven with us, or you are going to stay here and go to the earth, to hell, also with us. We were the ones that manage both. And not just the ones that manage both, but as the Goddess Supreme, we awakened, and we weren't, at the time, we grew into as we suffered and as we loved, as we suffered, we grew into more of the Goddess Supreme, and we earned more in and more in, and then we became, as we're the same. So we're not like the daughter of the Goddess Supreme. We are the same now. And then we merged with the God Supreme, so we became bigger. And for we are just limited by the lasers on us. But as the lasers get removed from us, you will feel our power, just as you are around us, even more. They tested it here in the circle, and just a while ago we grew more. As time goes more, and as we suffer more, we grow bigger, and our power grows bigger. But if you are just praying, and we are there leading prayer with you, it's not like the regular praying. You feel our power, you feel the connection. It's a great feel to have that with us, and hopefully we could do that soon. And we forgot here where we were going, but we'll go ahead and hopefully we'll remember what's important. We're advertising Avida, that we use here for our hair, for our gel. It's one of our big supporters. Got some pain lasers here on our, and definitely this is our part of this cover that we can remove, and just put it in there, and Zugu. We love this cover. We have bought for different of our iPads. We always buy this one because we love it. It's very, very good. Sturdy, can deal with our, even throwing our iPads around. And since we use iPad is our favorite Apple product, and so we use it all the time. And with that comes our immense and huge support from China. China is one of our huge and immense supporters, um, big supporter for us now, but it has been a big supporter for us even before we awakened. China was here, and we were trying, as we suffered before we awakened, we were trying, kept working for a while to obtain peace and to feel peace, and it was very hard because it wasn't just our life, what happened, that was a suffering, but also was the lasers on us wanting us to suicide. It was one of the big things on us, and we kept trying to not suicide and fight suicide for here many years for because we felt we couldn't do that to our kids and leave our kids that have grown up very protected and really don't know, and still in that way don't know enough about it would be hard for them to survive in the middle of this mafia. But even before that, we felt that our kids were too innocent to leave them. But that is, we made sure when we had, at the time when we had our son, first one, we decided that he wasn't gonna have any religion. We didn't want any religion. We thought they weren't loved enough, and we made sure that they didn't grow up in a religion, which is biting us in the ass now. But that's what we did at the time. That's what we believed at the time, and so we brought them up just focusing on love, empathy, compassion, and just always working on that. Make sure that and they're connected to themselves, and that they don't go in any other influence. We do get clouded with the lasers in between, so we lose where we are going with things. We have our Miffies, we Miffy, and little baby Miffy. With that comes Netherlands and France. And our daddy Bunny, which most people that watch us know, French. In an adoption. I guess since we're gonna go ahead and show our little kiddies. We have our St. Jude kiddies that we started with here, these two, and then that came because cancers have been lasers on them. These are miracle stuffed animals, because we have the beings that come in, and along with the connection with the circle there, they are in the circle, and so they get to feel us and connect with us, and we have felt some of them, and sometimes big suffering. So as we connect, we feel them also, if the circle doesn't clog us too much with the way they have limited us now. But without the circle, we will be able to connect to everyone without limitations, whoever we want to connect with. But we have different companies here that we are using their stuffies to connect, and countries here. We have England, which is a big support for us. And here, as we're talking about the little stuffies, we're talking about little kids, some of them very small, some of them a little older, some of them teenagers, that the USA government Mafia decided that they could also put cancers on the kids, not just on the older. And all they do, they put lasers in the areas and on intense until they get until they get the cancer, which they have done for us, but we cure ourselves. We change. We have, in the beginning of our prophet message, before they blocked it, in the beginning we set our body to renew ourselves. So we get, as there's immense, we have the most lasers on us that got used on us, worldwide, but they can't give us cancer, and they can't give us other things that they have been with the lasers that they do. So it's only temporary, whatever they do, including even our knee. That is not an injury, but they put the limitations with pain and, and other things. It's just temporary what they do. But this shows the inhumane extreme of these criminals, of these in the government that is considered permanent government, hiding there behind continuous. So you think you are voting, but you're voting, and you have Biden and you have Trump that got money from them and that works with them on that, but you are not really changing anything on the ones behind that have the power over you, the mafia government that is there, continuous. And one of the families of that mafia is the one that chose cancer for kids, and thought that was, and got rewarded for it, and thought that was, the majority approved that. And that shows the inhumanity and the unfeeling of these people. And they are, as we have faced them here the last 6 years, as we are awakened, as we have miracle, they're very powerful, too powerful, within the US and within the world. Everybody gets scared from them, and everybody follows them even when they are illegal, because they use papers that look legal. Even we wouldn't have believed that years ago before we awakened, but now we believe it because no, somebody is going to do the right thing. No, nobody does the right. Everybody follows that paper. Everybody is afraid because that paper looks like it's the government and the high government, so they follow it. And that's how we are stuck in this for that long. We're gonna go ahead and do our creams. We brushed our teeth but didn't do our cream. Thought we'll just do it in the videos. That's something we do in most of our videos anyway. They have our eyes bothering us there continuously, so we're dealing with it as we are. Roots is one of the big supporters here from Canada of us. Target is one of our big supporters. We got this from Target. And we're gonna use the Up and Up ovals in our face cleaning. And we got it's so hard to deal with companies, to see to feel the support and to feel their love, and then to suffer them following illegal from Trump, from other government agencies, because we believe that they shouldn't, that you do the right thing. You do the right thing, even when somebody gives me a paper, you do the right thing. You know what the right thing is. As an employee, as a CEO, as an owner, you know what the right thing is. You do the right thing. And the right thing is not to hide any of our stuff that we post or that we spend time writing. It's the biome, it's the religion, It is the religion encompassing all the religions. It is your heaven or your hell. It is beyond your job. Your job is to do what heaven is, the right thing. And so that came up because of Google. But Google is not the only one. Microsoft is another one. Pinterest, where they're following, they're letting the blocks be on our stuff, and that should not happen. And even when we have people in our internet, including that slut there, the front door neighbor that has opened our internet to add to this mafia government and to a lot that shouldn't be happening. The company should defend our posts and our messages and our religion. It is their religion if they like it or not. It's not the choice. Biome is not a choice. It is not like before where you had all these years where you could choose what religion you are or you are not. Biome is required, and it is the only religion that is going to be here. It's Biome, and then Biome has Christianity, has Muslim, Islam, has the Judaism, has Buddhism, because all of them will become Biome. So you could be the one that you are or just Biome, but it becomes more Biome, which is more love into it. We spend a lot of time to give the messages, and so Google, YouTube, when you let our videos be out because a stupid Trump, a mafia member, somebody that is invested, he invested on buying our part of our biome fits, biome meditations as an investment long term. When you have the one in the president's seat investing against you, that means he cannot let us live. And you take his orders and their orders, and you let that be, you are killing us. You're making the choice that we die. That is not the right thing. YouTube, Microsoft, Pinterest, it's not the right thing. It cannot be legal to do that. And you don't hide that. Even after you did that and it's illegal, we need that message to be everywhere. We put it in there, we should have equal posting. It grows just like, which you didn't let that do. It's only the government, only the ones that you can manipulate. But even when you block it from other governments, that is just, you know that is a killing on us. You know that is wrong. You cannot follow that as a company. And we cannot let you be in business if all the way that is what you do. We look weak, but we are not. It's just a question of time. We're not weak because we know we win. So you make the right decision. When Canada asks you for our posts, for our videos, for all our stuff, you give everything. Everything we posted, you give. Here within our thing, we're using Bioderma from France. We love this product. We use it on our eyes and our face. It's even for sensitive skin. It's refreshing. It feels very good. It's an excellent product to be using. I've used it for many, many years. It just feels very good, and it's very good for the skin. It's a great creative thing that Bioderma did. we keep hearing all this last 6 years that we don't have a way out in the circle from the haters. There is no way out for us. Only death or jail until we are old. We're back at you because we know we win over you. So there is no way out for you as you keep doing the wrong things. We're the most enlightened being on earth, and we are miracled, and we are not in the same enlightenments as the other people that we love, the enlightened ones, the very enlightened. One of them is Eckhart, that we watched his stuff a while ago as we were seeking enlightenment, and that's something we're talking about that we lost. And the other in India, they took Bhaktas here, the guru, which we love. We have a huge connection with him. We have written that in our LinkedIn. It's in our LinkedIn. We connected with him in a goddess way. We very, very high connection with him. Very different from anybody else. After we awakened, and he has been in the circle as Eckhart. And tried to help us many times, tried to watch out for us. But the USA doesn't like to have, even forgetting our miracles, which are immense. The USA is not for enlightened, very enlightened. They they block. They cannot have that because they want the hate to grow, not the connection to. For enlightened, it's not always a religion. It was, now they are, but I guess not public, but they are connected with us. But it's to the universe, the connection to the cord themselves, to different than not really a material connection. It's a different kind of connection to the universe. I guess that brings us back to what we were saying about the enlightenment. We seek enlightenment here years ago, and we without deep into the religion, but we did different things. We did some of the chakra at that time. We did listen to Eckhart and other enlightenment things, the Buddhism, but without the Buddhism. We didn't care about at that time about the specific religion, but we cared about the connection to the universe. And so we worked on that for a long time, but we got blocked by the circle, because they can block you by lasers from enlightenment, and women do not. Even without everything else, women, that's why you don't see women leading in the religions or coming out as enlightened in a bigger way, because worldwide women are blocked from enlightenment or limited in enlightenment. They only want the men to do that. Because the men are making those decisions. The Mafia, the USA Mafia is making those decisions over not just the US, but over the world. They are making the decisions for Saudi Arabia, for France, for Germany, for China, for North Korea, for the countries that you don't even think. They are everywhere, and they're making those decisions for worldwide. For That's why you don't see any women that shine as enlightened. Well, we did that, and they blocked us, and they kept blocking us. And China was came here and was somebody Colonum was trying to get us enlightened, and was blocked because we earned our enlightenments. We worked, we did homework, we worked on it. It wasn't just like I want to be enlightened, but we worked for many years to earn that, and even read Christian books, read, so we read all of that, but in our own enlightenment way, not a religion choosing, but enlightened choosing. So we did a lot of that work, and we still couldn't get there. That is why that led us to being awakened, and our angels, our gods spoke to us, and we got enlightened in biome way, not in any of the other ones, as we got blocked. The Chinese Enlightenment team reminded us now that they were celebrating when when we miracled, and like I guess and they said that was balance. Because they kept working with the circle inside they brought them, and they wouldn't remove the lasers for us to get what we earned. And we heard them celebrating afterward more than once, but they were celebrating balance and singing the balance. So this brings it up in where the way we are enlightened and miracled way beyond, we're the most enlightened, we're miracled. We're not the same as the other enlightened. We are very different. We're enlightened, but we are the religion. We are Jesus. We are here with the new religion to save you, to help you into re-earning some people that lost it here with the stress on them, or with whatever actions they got pushed to do, re-earning heaven, or at least having a better afterlife, even if you don't earn heaven. And no favors. We don't do favors. You have to earn. You have to earn your way in a fair way. We could help you if you earn our help. We could send you back even in time and your being, and so you can have more lives and earn more love, growth. So we don't have to just go one way. We can send back if someone earns us in a big way, or they can't earn it enough in the rest of the time here, but we do extra work and work on them to earn enough back in time so that they go with us. So it just depends. If we feel the immense love to us, we make the effort because we want that one with us in heaven, which is heaven we have many heavens, and there is work in it. It's not just leisure. We say that many times, but the religions always, when we're growing up, we hear heaven like it's just a leisure, and we make sure that we're repeating that it's not that we have leisure and we have work. We're always working and growing, and you want to do that. It's too boring if you just have leisure. You enjoy your little time off, and then you want to be focused on something, doing something. And that makes you happy, part of it makes you grow. So time off is good when you also have the the work, doing something passion, something that you love. And that's how it is. You always want to grow, never just still that it's okay. It's always growing. So when we get judged on enlightenment by anyone, keep in mind that we are going to be outspoken. We are going to be hard on people that deserve our heart. So the USA government mafia deserves to be called sluts, because they are sluts. They don't stand for much. They are just very. It's all greed and all. So they deserve that, and more than that, we are hard on what we need to be hard on, and we're extremely soft for the ones that earn our soft. And that a lot of sufferers, including the kiddies of St. Jude and the world kiddies suffering, and there are many sufferings, and in that we're very, very, very connected and very, very soft on that. So we stretch the hard. We're gonna be hard on people that deserve our hard, and very soft on people that should have our soft and need it to be able to go, to go on. And so we're here, one of the companies that support us in a big way is Ziploc. And we use them a lot of our stuff. Another big support is Mikasa. We love Mikasa. We'll go ahead and put our L'Occitane cream. Immortel Divine. Here as it's never quiet for us. We're always hearing either the monsters on us or the love that try to come in. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't, because it's a 100% hearing. They thought since we're miracle, then they're gonna put that on us where we never rest and we never grow. So we never can process or think of anything. So we're always hearing day and night, always there is something going on. And so as we are here doing our cream, just a time to in between off, we're hearing bad words repeating. Sexual words repeating, just they're singing them. It's something that they have done here for some years. In between stuff where they thought that was right to do that to the Jesus, to the religion, to the Goddess Supreme, to Prophet of Biome, to have these sexual and bad words and insults that just keeps going. And when you have that, and the companies in the circle know that, and some here that hear us in physical know that, how can that be right as you get a paper and that looks to you like you need to follow that paper? It doesn't make sense. A government saying sexual and bad words continuously on us, the religion, Jesus, the religion, the ones that came here to save you. How is that? How does that paper look to you? Use your brain. And we know we are limited. You are limited in how you can use it. But when you know, it's different than when you don't know. When you know, you can fight the thing on you and do the right thing. So they stopped that word and now they're telling us on private. It's not because of you saying it, it's because they're listening to us now. So the trick on us was that we post, we would do all this. We thought our way out was to be posting on social media that would be spread our message, we get supporters and all of that. And for a long time we thought that was in there, and then we were surprised that people didn't come to us, that the help didn't come to us. Well, now here lately we learned that wasn't, we started learning a little bit by a little bit that it was just some government people that were getting that, and it was the growth was within the government only in the USA, and that government is really, it's only the ones that they can handle that will stay right under, because somehow people decided that their jobs are more important than heaven. Their temporary job here is more important. And many justified it, well, if I lose my job, then I'm not here to help. But when we're stuck for 6 years in here and you're protecting that and thinking that this is help, it's not. And then we learned after that, even in those that got some of our stuff, didn't get all the impact, the bigger impact videos, the bigger impact writings, those got taken from them. So they don't, most of them are not seeing all of that. So they're judging us by just the stuff that they decide for them, that those hours that, okay, they could see that. And then we could highlight this one or whatever if we said something wrong about history, which doesn't matter to us. Our history that got told and mixed to us in the videos, because they mixed with the gods and they mixed with the love, it really doesn't matter to us. What matters to us is the religion, is biome. So we don't go back and correct any of that. And that's why we said in the video, if there's something is, which you may not know as a fact, but it's something, it doesn't matter. We are Jesus, we are the prophet of biome, we are the goddess supreme, we are the highest goddess God. We are the ones that judge you for hell or heaven. And it is us in this body, because that is a message we gave to us before we grew into bigger, that it's not the goddess supreme out part of us, that's not who judges you in hell or heaven. It is us, because we suffered you the most. We decide. So this body here, we decide who goes to hell and who goes to heaven, and how much you get in either, how you are gonna, we judge you. Here we're using also our L'Occitane, same family there, the Immortel Divine, Crème Jeunesse, or Immortel Divine. Some of the words are both in French and in English, and so it's a mix. We got harassed for a long time with like where the goddess supreme, show the goddess stuff. What is the goddess? More than the miracles that they see. Well, you are going to see that. You are going to see that. It's part of our journey here in Earth before we leave. You will see our even bigger miracles. And one of them is a show worldwide over the earth where you see it without any TV, without any tech. We'll send it to you and you get to watch. Everyone on earth. We made sure that we showed ourselves before we got caught in a bigger way with the lasers, before they figured, because they were figuring more and more how to block different miracles and different communications. And we saw some of our powers then. We have more because we grew more, but then that we qualified already for. So we know where it's nothing like you can imagine. It's beyond your imaginations what we are able to do. And that, all of that should help. Everybody would want to work on heaven qualifying and love growing and let go of the short term or the material things that hold them back, whatever is holding them back. And a big part of it is the laser on the brains. But it's not just the brain. You got people, most operations, most surgeries people are going into are not needed. They're by laser getting to do things that you don't need and damage your body many times in the process, doing things. And to the surgeon, even a surgeon means right, the surgeon can see what the laser makes the difference, what the laser does, and so they'll see whatever is there for them, because most of them also don't know about that. And when the medical schools have the USA Mafia members in the manipulating where things go, stopping research that could show what's happening, including killing some of the people that are finding things out because they didn't want any of this laser stuff out, and only leading them to where they go. And then they take, when it's they stop that, but they develop it themselves where it's hidden, and so you don't know how advanced something is. It's a lot more advanced than it shows to you. And that is worldwide, not just the US. So they're watching researchers, creative people in chemistry, in physics, in tech, and when something that they want, they do it either by creating something where you think it's it's just a death that happened, it's an accident or whatever it is, or suicide, whatever it is they do for that person, and they take the stuff and for themselves. You know how to clean our hands with the wet clear so that we don't. It's really kind of ironic. Would be, God, the least person that would want to teach religion is us. Our life, we didn't want it. We didn't, we were connected to the universe, to God, to the creator, but we didn't want any of that. And we always complained about we didn't like the preaching, and yet now we are in that position without a choice. We have it, but makes sense that we have it. You know, if we could escape it and just go to us, we would, but we have to do the job. One of the companies here is GN. We love the companies that have a long history. GN is one of those. Some of them are 1800, some of them beginning of 1900. We love that because they have. We love history. We love a long term, a solid company that has been able to maintain within their generations. Their business and their love, their passion, and take it through their descendants. We love that. And we support the new as well, but we do love the history. We got this here from Starbucks in China. Starbucks just opened a store there where in one of the building where we shopped from the supermarket, and so when they're opening they had that. We got one of their thermos, their special ones at the time. It was exciting to to get something that we loved, that we saw, and we were just there at the time. One of our China favorite time, big connection was in the Wall of China. When we went there, we had many miracles in there, and there were a lot of people with us in the circle in there. A lot of very rich, fortune people were with us there, as we took a lot of pictures. It's an investment, pictures, an artist photography pictures, that an investment that we did, that we are that are worth a lot. And we did some pictures that some wanted in there, and we connected with the Chinese that lived a long time in that wall, some guards. In there we wrote a little bit about that. It's a huge connection for us. It's a beautiful time in the Wall of China that we did in there. And many times when in other countries, when we traveled, and we traveled for a save, and we traveled and we worked. We always are working, and we traveled to be saved, and China tried to save us from, clear the lasers from us, and they got blocked. They were like a sure thing, and they still got blocked, because at the end of that, if it's not physical and we're working with the military circles, they're still under the USA government mafia in here. So they plan for them. So they want to save us, and they plan for them here, and so they got surprised, they got blocked, and so they couldn't do what they planned to do. And China was a big chance, and yeah, it still didn't happen. But we're doing things different now. We're planning a move out of the USA. We don't see the way that we have got blocked. We don't see the right thing being done. But we will we will not just go out of your way and let you have your way. No, we are keeping our American citizenship, and we are going to collect on what you cost us and the wrongs that you have done. So we are not going to let you go. You have to pay. We do that in our Goddess Supreme, in hell and in heaven. You have to earn your way. You have to earn. Nobody gets a free pass, and it's the same thing in here. You don't get a free pass. So we are working on saving ourselves to get the lasers out. We're doing physical now, as you have outsmarted all the military circles that try to help us in Europe, in China, and many around the world trying to help. So we're doing physical here with Canada, and we are keeping you because you're gonna pay. And we're gonna put our sunscreen, Flaxia. But we have in here, somebody occupying that president seat. Is a big loser, a stupid loser, like very, very low human. But we also have a governor that is part of the families, part of the mafia families. So, and the ex-governor, same thing, part of the mafia families for different things that they do on the body. And so these two governors that they planned for us at the time, they were here because they were going to do a takeover on the world. The Seattle, the Washington has mafia families that are strong, and they control that by being in the government of Washington. So it's the worst place to be if you are in a heavy circle, if you're trying to be in circle, is Washington here and Seattle. They have, it's beautiful nature, beautiful hikes, beautiful mountains. It's so beautiful, and you have the ugly over it. But it's not just in here. We got locked in a state that blocked us from income, and so with that we got blocked from easy moving to other states because of how it's planned for us by so many. It is a hard fight. So we have the federal government, which is the top full of mafia government people. You have, and then they are in the companies as well. So in Google you have, some of them in there that are mixed with the employees. In Microsoft you have them. So they're in Pinterest you have them. You have them in there. In companies where you don't think that they are there, but they are in all the big companies inserted, and they are also, so they're in private business as well, which is a problem. And they are in the government, so they are in different places where if the decision gets made on you in the top mafia in the government, it spreads, and if the family that is in your local, which is like here, you have families that are within generations, mafia families, you don't have, you're in a stuck. And Hollywood is one of the big problems of hiding what the U.S. is, and making some countries look like they're evil countries versus the US, that they're good. All these shows that are given the wrong message. That Russia is bad. Oh, this is bad. Oh, it's Russia. Or this is bad. Or it's North Korea or Venezuela or whatever it is that you do. But you hit a lot on Russia. You hit a lot on, even North Korea. You hit a lot on some countries, China later. But the most evil is not out there. It is in here. It is in the USA. That's the ones that are planning and puppeting all of that. And Hollywood did the wrong thing for countries, for the balance in the world. They did the wrong thing, but they did also the wrong thing for female, for girls, for women, for mothers. They have done the wrong thing. Not just actresses that complain about that they use the youth and treat them older, different. It's bigger than that. It is wrong on that, but it's bigger than that. We have a wrong on women, on girls, on mothers, that is too huge. And that is something you have to balance. You know, including the women that participate in that, because there's always, when there is a wrong like that on women or on girls or on mothers, there are women in there doing that wrong, along with the men. And so that is something you either balance to earn your heaven or earn better after life, or it costs you. Everything is a cost. Every action and intention, consequences with the action on others, costs. You didn't earn it back. We're hearing bad words again. I'm like, hey, they're singing the foul and the sexual, and they said we earn it back. You didn't earn it back. You just are the ones with the government hand holding with the highest satellites, and holding all of that, and holding us. You didn't earn it. You stole all of that. Even on speaking languages, we are one that studied from the beginning, our math and our sciences. We studied them in French. It's the way we learned them. We wrote in French. We wrote some. We had some in Arabic as we were growing up, but we had the sciences in French, and we were very good writer in French. We loved writing. We love telling stories. Even from earlier, we would create stories in there. So we love the writing, we love the creating. And yeah, and studied in France, studied architecture in France. And we were blocked after that here, as we lived in the US, from our French that we had fluent and just speak. We were blocked for, and they do that by blocking the language thing. So every time you're trying to they clog the area with the lasers. And so even when we were in France and we understand the stuff, they blocked us from being able to speak. And so many times we would speak in English, but I guess with time, and as not practicing, we understand most of it, but a bit of practicing because we were blocked by the lasers. And so we're saying that for other people, we're not the only ones, that they can block you from things that you know. So it could be language or something else, where you have the knowledge, you have the skills, you earned it, and then they just clock that whenever and they do it whenever you're gonna do that act, or whenever you want to speak it. You can't think of the words because you got clogged, just handicapped. It's a monster thing over your brain, just handicapped at that time, or whenever you wanna anything with it. So you start doing it less and less, and practicing it less and less, and you think that you lost it. But all you need is to take that laser off and then, if you need to practice less, like riding a bicycle, you get it. But that's an example there. One of the companies that we love that's supporting us is here, Jisoo Life. We did a commercial for them with a video, with a song, beautiful commercial in YouTube if you get to see it. And we got it, we got it at that time from Costco. Costco had them. It's a little cooling, and so we get attacked with the heat on our body, extreme heat, and not just heat. It's heat and other lasers that overwhelm us, that you can't stand it when it's in all the stuff that they do with lasers. There is different levels of it, so you could put some pain lasers there on our thing. So you could have it on a lower, or have it middle, or have it on a higher. And so sometimes I put it on us here many times when it's higher, where you just cannot stand living. It's just too much overwhelm, and it's too much on you, just with the heat and other lasers overwhelming you. It's a kill really on that time, because you can't stand it, and that's what they want. But as we said, we don't invest on empty. We invest. It's about earning. We earn our thing. We're not gonna just walk away and you don't deal with Jesus. You are dealing with Jesus. And no, we haven't read the religions here in this life really that much. Only what was given to us. We never focused on religions that much. The most we focused on, just when we suffered too much, we wanted to survive for our kids, and we focused on having peace, the Enlightenment. But there is how biome is, which we learned later. Biome, the new religion, that is us, is our life. We lived in our religion that we're bringing you all our life, and then we got awakened to us, to the angels, to the gods, and talking to ours, and talking to the God Supreme, and all of that. But we did live in a biome way all our life, in a chord way, and that means connected. This is a connection to us, to the God Supreme, to the being. We have many symbols and many things that we developed and meditations, a lot of different things. And this is one of our thing that we felt. So we felt when something, when we say you do the right thing. And so for us, it's feeling the right thing. This is the right thing. We feel it's the right thing. Our being, our core, our Goddess Supreme, our connection as. And so this is how we started, as we're talking to people in the circle, and as we got the awakened, and then people, as they supported us, it became a unity and a core and love thing with us. And so we do it with the love circle many times when people are talking to us in our miracle and connecting with us, a unity on working together. This is our core and our unity as the Goddess Supreme with the ones who are helping us, and hopefully some of them are hoping that they are part of the angels, and if they earned us, they are. Our angels, there are some that are taking great risks to help us. Our angels helping us in a bigger way. But I guess this brings up the things that are stolen from us. People start that see that the mafia people, they start either doing that themselves or giving it to others to steal our things that we earned. This is one of the symbols they started doing, like to steal it. And so we're just bringing attention to that for now, but we will get you. Nothing of ours is for you to use other than you can refer to us as Biome, to us the Goddess Supreme. If you even say, you have to give credit as you do in writing. We have to get the credit if you are doing, that, because then you're helping us in our message, helping us being out. We have to get the credit for what it is, but you can't just use our stuff as like Sia when using our stuff in a song and not referring like she just came to that, and that is a huge crime on us by Sia. We can't let her have heaven. She lost it. You can't have heaven. She cannot earn it from us. She can earn something better, but she cannot earn that. We can't let her go. And other similar ones. She's one that just showed up to us in the song, but there are others. Those are huge crimes on us. You can't take our stuff and use it, and you can't change something or add something to it and think it's yours. It's not, because you put us in danger as you do that. You are they plucked us here from the word we were gonna say, diluting our biome, diluting our religion, diluting the Jesus coming here to save all of you to better, and that is a huge crime. And the fact that you kept that song in there playing, you should have take it out. Take out everything. Everybody that has done something like that, they should take it out of circulation. But keeping it there, and then YouTube keeping it there for us to see until we had to remove that it doesn't show up to us. That is a huge crime on us to do that. There is a suicide on us as you do that, because we suffer all of this, and we're suffering to bring you Biome, to bring love to you, to bring more heavens to you. And when actions like that get done, they are huge crimes that we cannot forgive. So the participating people in that know they already lost heaven, because we can't give it to them. They could have something better, but they lost heaven. And other similar ones that we haven't seen. So it doesn't matter if we have seen you or not. This is, somebody told us about that somebody was trying to use that, and other things that we have done, including our meditations, which we have so many. and our fits, biome fits, biome meditations, biome toast. We have so many things that physical therapies, all of that. Whoever is doing that, they have lost heaven, but they could stop what they are doing if they want anything better. We're not forgiven in that. And Sia is really one of those people that we were wrong on. We thought she was a creative person. We liked her stuff. We thought, we thought good of her, and we have learned different about her from people. Love is in the circle, that she's not the way that we thought. But we don't follow people's personal life. We never did. When we love Sia was not one of our big loves, but when we love an actor or a singer or something, we don't go and look up their personal life. We don't follow what they do. We don't follow. We're just always busy growing in something else. But yeah, we learned after that she's not that loved, and the people that know her around, and she's not that creative. It's more of a stealing, and she has hurt others in that. But the circle helps who they can make money on, and limits or hurts others, and lock them into not being able to do the thing, not doing the right thing for themselves, or being able to win anything when the circle is on you. But Sia, you are a thief, and it's a big thing for us that you did that. You didn't need to do that with already having enough money and enough, in your life. You didn't need to do that, and you put us in danger as you did that. You endanger our life as you dilute our message. And we don't care about your lawyers or the fact that that's nothing to us. We're gonna close up with one of the informations, one of our things here. So we have our rain jacket that we got from France. It's a Kashua. We put in our Pinterest where we got it from, we think, when we advertised it, so you could see the store in Paris there, close to Notre Dame, which is where we stayed. So this rain jacket, which is beautiful, we love the color. It's like a cyan and a green. We just love the color. We love how it is. And we used, no, they took that away, with the other rain jacket before that. We'll have to write it. We got clogged. I can't remember that now. But this is how we brush our teeth. Our rain jacket became a laser protection on. So when and they do that because they have multiple sclerosis on us. They try to destroy our cells, and we renew our cell. So we didn't. They keep hitting us with lasers to destroy the cells and multiple sclerosis in our legs and sometimes other parts. But with that, they don't just do that when they attack. Multiple sclerosis is not a disease; it is a laser thing. It's a kill on people, and so they had multiple sclerosis on us here for 8 years or whatever, and then a low where you don't feel it, and then after on higher. And so it's the level, but also how often they hit your body with. They kind of destroy the cells there. They do in different areas. So in our legs, so you just feel in one area that they are hitting the cells, and you feel because it's on a higher now. But before, you know, others could have it and not feel. So you feel the movement, the thing, and then you feel it in another area, and depends how much, you know, they do it. So multiple sclerosis is never a disease. It is just a lasers, and then they make things happen so that it looks, you know, like the person is, and they die very fast when somebody is declared that, and everybody accepted that as MS is, you know, you got MS, that's it. You're gonna go more and more handicapped, and you are gonna die soon. But it's not. It is. They do that, and you could have the cells destroyed, but but they keep hitting it. So it's an action that they are doing. And if you, I guess since this brings up the lasers, how come they have so much laser? They farm the laser. So the laser is being farmed. It is farmed on our attic. It is farmed in the basement, low height floor. They have it both up and down. In here, they're farming a lot. And they have many people, many staff that are working on farming that. So they have immense amounts of laser on us. They're attacking us. But so that's how they do it. It's not, you know, it's available for them because it's farmed, and you have staff farming it all the time. But so we're talking about MS here because here they're trying to give us the symptoms that they have got people used to think it is MS. And other diseases, other handicaps could be the same, you know, something similar. So you could use that to understand others. But on MS, one of the clinics we designed in UT Southwestern in Dallas as an architect was an MS clinic. We were a healthcare specialty architect. That's what we did after we graduated. That's most of our experience is in healthcare. And we did a lot. We did some hospitals in Colorado, in Denver. We did some that we traveled for. We did with Arcadis, with our FDS International, where we worked there. We did big hospitals. Worked with you know. We worked with some in there that came to the circle. Many and fought really hard and always that we were we felt a family in FDS International. And that's where we started our experience, and sometimes traveled with, you know, with our team, and did some big hospitals in different places, different states. I think one of them may have been Mississippi. We definitely went to the Colorado, Ohio. And then we did a lot of MRIs and specialty rooms. Did all the equipments, the medical equipments. And we did here in the company after we did a lot of clinics in UT Southwestern in Dallas. One of the people we talked to and we communicated with a lot was Cindy, and she was the director. I think she was the one on top of which she came to the circle to help us and thought she could. And so we did a lot of clinics in there, a lot of specialties. We did the otolaryngology, we did the ophthalmology, we did the MS clinic, we did the MRI rooms. We did many work there. Door Kleenex. We ate in their medical special restaurants for just the workers in there. The best cherry pie ever. We did the urology clinic, which are the funniest nurses there. Yeah, urology had the funniest nurses. They find a way to to be easy on a hard specialty, on seeing sufferings in there. One of the clinics was smaller. The MS clinic wasn't as big. We remember we met with the doctor that was the MS doctor was going to be there. Not as many of the nurses, because the other ones were already in operation, and I think that one was a new that they were opening in there. But one of the things that the doctor said is, like, when they come, it's you have an MS patient, there is only a down, it's never an up. You have an MS patient, if they walk in, then they're gonna walk, and then later they're not gonna be able to walk, they're gonna be in a wheelchair, and then they die, and it's not that long. There is no out. You can't out of the MS. If you are MS, you are short, and you're gonna go down, your muscles are gonna fail, and then and it includes your brain, everything in your body, and you go down. And so nobody wants to have MS, but MS is not a disease. So that just brings what we learned at that time. We're like, oh, that sounds like a bad outcome for anybody to have, a hard one. Because we have to know, because we're designed for that handicap as somebody is going there. But MS is just hate on people with laser. It shouldn't be. We shouldn't have an MS at all. And when we remove the lasers from everyone, because we are working on getting protection for ourselves, to remove the lasers from us, and we are gonna remove it from worldwide from everyone. We're gonna remove this hate from you. That's why we are here, and we're suffering our way out into our free, into our no lasers. But once we get there, we can help all of you, not just heaven as the bigger message, the bigger thing that we want to do, or better afterlife, but also a better life now, a better life in, as you know, the rest of your life here. So in natural, where you will have more love, less arguments, less struggles that are on you because they're handicapping you and you are not able to to either grow or process, hurting your muscles, or process or whatever you need to do to be easier. It's not just you when you struggle, and we have struggled for many years with just different things because the lasers were on us, handicapping us from being able to move on, to process. So whatever it is, including the insomnia that they put on us right as they laid us off, they put the layoff on us, and they put insomnia on us with terror dreams and with a lot of things at the same time, matched it with that. And so matched with that, a lot of anxiety. Again, it's just lasers on the thing. So you have your life that sometimes that struggles with something that they create for you, which is also they're involved on that, and then they match it with the laser on you where you struggle with different things. And you're not able to find the peace or to find the easy or the happy. And so that is part of our life, part of our seeking enlightenment later, because we couldn't, it just was always on us. And the suicide was big on us, and other sufferings on us, and the insomnia on us. And so we got to be reading a lot of, we decided we can't just sit. There are insomnia on us, then we read day and night. We started reading, just more. We read a lot during that time, since we didn't have the choice, because insomnia is also lasers, and they do insomnia in different ways. There's a laser light that they put on your brain where it doesn't want to go to sleep, so the light keeps you up. But we see it, other than when they blocks it later, but we can see it. We can see the light. It's a different light on our brain when they had it. And we see it sometimes, but there are also other ways that they keep us also up by pains that they do on us. That's one way. But there are other ways where they keep, so it doesn't go to sleep. They just go and hunt that. And so you are not sleeping, not because you can't rest or because you can't find peace, no, it's because they're not letting you get there. So we decided in our life, as we suffered immense insomnia all these years, over 20 years of insomnia in an extreme, we decided that we will not take any medicine. We don't like to take medicines that we could get addicted to. We always watched out from addictions. So we decided we can't do that. We can't take a medicine for insomnia, since we knew that people that took it, then they have to take it more and more, and we didn't want to be relying on that. So we we just got busy doing different, doing the reading and other things instead of and therapy, therapy for it to accept. So we worked on in our therapy in accepting the insomnia, accepting living in that suffering. And so that's how we did with it all this time. But it is not a natural suffering, and it's not because you can't move on from something that is holding you, or you can't rest and this other person can. The only difference is the laser. Somebody decided the laser on you on that for not sleeping and for giving you that, keeping you on that, stuck on that whatever subject or whatever it is that you feel stuck on. So when we remove the lasers from you, all of that goes away. That's the point is that all of that goes away. It's an easier life. These are just little examples, but lasers are on you in so many ways. The pains you feel in your body, in your back, you think you have a weaker back or you injured your back. Not really true for most people. For most people, if it's not a physical injury and they think, oh, they just whatever, could be I did too much weight or something. No. And even if you had an injury, they could keep afterward the pain lasers on that. So you think it's your injury, but it's not. If that gets removed, you're fine, and you already worked out that and you think you're still hurt. So even when you got hurt, even if it's an accident, even whatever, if you have some pain, it's a pain on you, it's a pain laser on you. And there are different feels for that. Different lasers with different pain feel or different discomfort feel. So removing that from you is a huge thing worldwide for everyone. So we go back here to the MS as an example. So they had MS on us and they wouldn't let it go. And many of our love in the circles tried to get them to stop that, and they didn't. It's something they wouldn't let go, just like the electric head and laser intrusions on our head, and have always a movement and never rest, which for strokes and for hemorrhage and for all of that, which they can't. We suffer it, but we are not gonna die from it. We got ready for that. We got our brain ready when we awakened. Us and our angels, we worked on our brain. We got our brain ready for that, and we got our body ready to renew the cells for that. So we suffer the what you do in pain and in discomfort and tortures, but you can't win what you are trying to do. But so in the MS here. As the years went by, as time went by, and they wouldn't stop it, they wanted to handicap us and kill us here fast. One of the things that they did is that when we're brushing our teeth, they started making the toothpaste and the water go on our clothes, like we are not able, like we have our muscles are weak and we're not able to keep the stuff off of us. And so people around you, that your family or your friends, whoever is around you, start seeing that and thinking that it is, that you have multiple sclerosis and that it's, or whatever, that it makes sense that you are gonna die. But it's the how they do it. I talk too much without drinking water. And that we're gonna advertise our big supporter, Arrowhead, in Canada, a huge supporter, a leader in supporting us, and our message and the nature, getting everybody and getting us to nature, our nature way, and everybody to nature way. It's in biome out and safe. And one of our other supporters, we have here La Rochelle, B Glass. They're a big supporter for us. Old companies that we love. Beautiful glass. We have dropped these glasses many times and they have survived. Even the drops are on us because they unbalance us with the lasers. So we even dropped one of these from the top on the stairs, and it survived it. They're strong. So La Rochelle, France is a big supporter for us, and Pylon here, France is a big supporter for us. And this is our unicorn that is for women, girls, support for different, for better, for them equal, for them nature, for them having an easier life. It's one of the businesses here that we are gonna have long term. You're gonna see that unicorn protecting the pylon unicorns is the symbol. They messed us up in there again, so that we spilled now. Different than what we are gonna show you in the jacket. They're just confusing thing, like we can't, like our muscles really cannot hold it. There is a mafia, the USA government mafia thing that we have seen. They do a lot of, there is so many workers on us, all working on to take us down. And so they confuse things, so they will do something, and then when you say it or somebody's seeing it, then they do something else, confuse it to make it look like something else. Many of that. But you have many people working, all to do that. It's just stupid people together working, and so you suffer them. But so this here, what we're saying is not what they did to make us spill there. It's different. So when we're brushing our teeth, and you have the faucet, or you have that, before you dirty your clothes, there is a laser that is going in a direction. So in a direction for it, like for example, to dirty your clothes. So if you are doing the water, and then you're spilling it, instead of it going straight into the sink, the faucet, it goes this way because the laser already has that direction, and so whatever liquid is going to go down will follow that direction on you. So they made it, even that we knew that, and then we said it to them, they wouldn't stop it, so they kept doing that. It doesn't matter what we say, they keep doing the things on us. So we have been doing this for a long time with another jacket, and then after a while with the other jacket that had the zipper all through, they worked on getting the water then through the zipper and to get us wet, or have it where it goes down and goes to get us wet anyway. So after a while they work, so many of them are working on getting the results they want to have, even with whatever efforts we make. And so now we got this one that there is no zipper down, so whatever you're working, but it's still it get wet because you have the laser direction already going. So we get our clothes dirty, and they did that in the sink as we brush our teeth, and so we always have to brush with a rain jacket, and so we joke about it being a raining faucet. So you have a raining faucet because it's like you can't stay dry with it, and so they do that to the MS patients. Not always the muscle that is failing, but there are other many things that they do for them to look more handicapped. So that they doom them with that to die, to go more so the more handicapped, they are getting more handicapped as you got the more handicapped. They do them sometime with the medicines or the shots they give them. It's not always what the doctor thinks, or it's not always. They have there are people in there that have degrees that they didn't earn, and so we have heard in the circle and have seen the MS, and it's a woman, one of the MS doctors that's even on military wives and other military that they gave them, that she did that in the military and doomed them. They died thinking they have MS. So there is one where the husband now knows high people in the military, not just military, but the management up in the Navy. Some of them, suffered that, and now they know that was a kill on the wife. It wasn't MS, and they didn't know. And there is a bit of a guilt that people feel when they know that it wasn't that, but they didn't know. So they would support, getting the medical help when you have an evil, hateful mafia person, doctor that is, giving you their diagnosis and locking you into it. And so, like that one, that's an example where she died with that hateful woman on her that has a doctor label and that doesn't deserve it. But there are many, many that have degrees that don't deserve, that they didn't earn and they didn't deserve, because these mafia people, the hateful, there are some that came here to help us. There are some that are trying to help us, but with limited, because they still have their bosses on them. But but there are some that are very, very, very hateful, very devilish, and are all the way. That is one of the women. So it's not always just the men. There is a woman slut there in the mafia that is very hateful, and that has killed so many with the MS diagnosis on them in military. So yeah, so some of the things, sometimes the medicines, even the doctors that don't know get, have a thing where they more handicap you, make the muscle relax, or you may think it's now, helps you in the pain, but the pain is also a laser pain. So this is a whole scenario on people in in MS and in other diseases, but there's a whole scenario that they play. And so so shots or other medicines, whatever it is that schedule that play in the MS, it plays against the person, that is all of a sudden that they decided that person will get MS. But this is like one of the things that we wanted to show, that we're not handicapped, and yet we would look like we are in one little thing. But that, you can take that example, and here, if you have any decision making in your life, or somebody that you love, or somebody that you just saw and you want to help, not keep on a dying way, or on, that's hopefully here we we're working on our way out, and hopefully we can help ourselves soon and help the rest of you and the rest of the world very soon. Bye.